Hey guys, Devita one more time. A very warm welcome and a very good evening to all of you. Hope you guys are doing well, right? So guys, in my previous sessions, I've talked about so many things. I've tried to provide you the best knowledge about life, about career, how you can write down on professionalism, what are the things you need to say in an HR interview, how you can prove yourself in an organization, what kind of decorum you need to follow to work in an organization. So I've tried to provide you the best knowledge as per my knowledge. So in my today's session, I'm going to talk about something that is very interesting as well as informative also. That is when you are working in an organization, but you are looking for better opportunity or you need a transition in your job. So how you can do it or what kind of steps you need to follow that time. Okay. In my today's session, I'm going to discuss about it. So let's get started, guys. So things you should know, that is take your time exploring your interest so that you can identify the right job for you. Update your resume or CV to reflect your most recent experience before you start applying for new jobs. So then apply to new jobs online or reach out to individual companies you would like to work for. Don't submit a letter of resignation until you have landed a new job, and give your current boss 2 weeks notice if possible before you quit. So the first thing you need to do, that is starting the transition. So try to stay at your current job while beginning the search for a new job. The search for a new job can take quite a while by some measures. 1 month for each, okay, 10K in expected salary, okay. So if you are looking for a well-paying job, that's time lot of time to be out of work. If your job is truly mm, that thing and you can't take it anymore, that is very horrible thing for you, okay. So consider quitting, otherwise try to stick it out. Your wallet will thank you, as will your future employer. It's easier to get a job if you already have a job as you're considered employable, okay. The next thing you need to do, that make sure the grass isn't dead, okay. So you know the saying, the grass is always greener on the other side. A lot of people dislike their jobs for good reason, okay. So but some believe the grass is always greener on the other side and get a rude awakening when they switch jobs, so only to find their situation or on the other side. So it is extremely tough to get whether your new job or your future job could be worse than your current one, okay. So the fact that you want to switch job should tip you off that you are unhappy. Just make sure you are unhappy for good reason, not some unrealistic expectation of what the work world is like, okay. So start thinking about what kind of job you would like to switch to. Are you merely switching jobs within the same sector, or are you switching careers, or there are pretty big difference in switching jobs in the same industry doesn't require nearly as much planning and legwork as switching careers. So imagine what you would do if you had all the money in the world. What would you spend your time doing? Would you spend your time traveling and writing about the experience? would would you spend your time days in cooking, okay. A lot of our most enjoyable pursuits don't pay as well as the lucrative ones, okay. But if you are truly good at what you love to do, you are probably stand to make a good deal of money and have fun doing it at the same time. Recall your most enjoyable accomplishment and experiences, especially those that are deeply felt and emotionally fulfilling. What are you good at doing? Okay, many people find that they enjoy doing the things they're naturally good at. Okay, so start keeping a career journal or a diary. It may sound cheesy, but a journal is a pursuit that will force you to collect your thoughts and start to be honest about your feelings and aspirations. Okay. which is a tough thing to do. So use your journal to collect all your positive thoughts, insights, and leads that you gather over the course of your job search. Okay. Stroke your natural curiosity. Get curious. There are several reasons why it pays to be curious. For one, the curious person is usually a learning person, and employers are looking for candidates who are eager, not just willing, to learn on the job. Second, the curious person is more likely to find a better job fit for him or herself by asking why. So, ask yourself why you like what to do, okay, and being to probe. Perhaps you are passionate about the sprinting, for example, but don't excel at it. If you tried to become a sprinter, you probably wouldn't become a, you wouldn't succeed. But if you realize that you love the psychology behind sprinting, you might choose to become a sports doctor. Okay. The curious person constantly tries to understand more about both the world and themselves, making the job or career switch easier. So decide whether to tell your boss that you will be looking for a new job. This is one of those really tough decisions that crops up as you switch jobs. These There are advantages and disadvantages to telling your boss. Ultimately, it will be up to you to make an informed decision about what best to do in your case. So advantages: you could get a counter offer to stay, which would make your job more bearable, although not necessarily more meaningful. Okay, you give your boss ample time to find a replacement. You leave your current company not having burned bridges and having been honest about your feelings. Disadvantages: you could not get a job offer for several months, leaving you in a transitional period permanently. Your boss may think you are simply angling for a pay bump. Okay. Your boss may begin to distrust your work and make you feel less relevant as time goes on. So, guys, these are the advantages and disadvantages to discuss with the boss. Kindly think about it properly. So, sort out all the personal documents you need to start applying to different jobs. Get all the administrative out the way pretty early on. Touch up your resume or the spruce up your CV. Bone up on how to write a cover letter if you need to. Okay. So begin diplomatically soliciting letters of recommendation from people who know you well and are positively disposed to saying something nice about you. Other things to think about: learn how to interview well and form excellent interview questions. Learn how to protect your online reputation. Short out your elevator pitch if you haven't already. Okay. So start networking. Networking is probably the single most important step in your new job search. That's because reference and personal connection make up the bulk of how people land job these days. Why? Referred candidates tend to perform better than random hires and stay on the job longer. So the next time you drag yourself to a networking event, when you know you could be sitting at home in your PJs eating ice cream, tell yourself it's for you, your new unrealized job. Remember that people hire people, not resumes. So making an impression in a face-to-face human extent is extremely important. People hire people that they like, not necessarily those with the best resume or even qualifications. Networking can seem pretty daunting, especially for introverts. The most important thing to remember are that the other person is probably nervous too, and that no one thinks about you as much as you think about yourself. If you mess up, no biggle. Just brush it off. They are probably thinking about themselves, not about you. Okay. So identify and speak to people who do what you think you would like to do. Say you want to switch jobs and become a payroll officer. For example, we'll try to find someone who is a payroll officer, as ask them out to lunch for an informational interview. It might even be a good idea to talk to warden and ask them the qualities of a good payroll officer. For example, more often that you might guess, the informational interviews lead directly or indirectly to job offers. So during your informational interviews, ask the questions about their personal career path and their current job. So how did you find the job? What did you do before you were in this job? What is the most satisfying part of your job? The list. What is the typical day look like for you? What you advise for someone try to break in the field? Okay, so establish personal relationships with companies or organizations you determine you'd like to work for. It's not called the pounding to the pavement for nothing. Going into companies in person and asking to speak to HR about job winnings is not a high success as networking or getting referral, but it is higher success than blindly stabbing in the dark with the online applications. Here is what you do: reach out to HR directly and describe your experience on your described job. Market yourself briefly, then ask, are there any positions open that might align with my skills and expertise? Prepare to leave your contact into info and or a resume or CV with the HR department. Don't be discouraged if HR effectively says no. Ask if you can be updated if when a position comes up and leave you correct info. If you are still interested in the organization after a month or two, follow up with HR and show the renewed interest. Not a lot of people do this, and it shows the real courage and the persistence to great traits to have. Okay, so apply to different jobs online. Applying to different jobs online via job bulletins is impersonal and easy, which explains why many people do it. It's fine if you apply to jobs online, but you should probably couple your online search with more personal interactions to up your chances of success. The goal is to distinguish yourself from the herd, not blend in. Okay, so volunteer if necessary to try out a job or career on for size. If you're not finding much luck searching for leads, volunteer in your free time for a position you care about. It doesn't have to be long hours, but it should be something that exposes you to the real meat of the job. Volunteering looks great on resumes and occasionally turns into a paid position. So guys, these are the things you need to do if you're looking for better opportunity in your life, or if you are looking for transition in your job. Okay, if you wanted to choose your if you wanted to switch your job in same industry, it will be not so difficult for you. But if you are if you wanted to change your career path, then you need to follow all those things, and always prepare yourself to be a part of an organization. And these are the main things or the basic things you need to follow. Okay, so guys, in PCS Global, we provide the training in Java DevOps, we provide training in Salesforce, we provide training in Java full stack development. So if you are a candidate who wanted to start your career through PCS Global, you can connect with us. In PCS Global, we provide training in Python, data science, machine learning, AI as well. So if you wanted to be a tech person, PCS Global is the one and only option for you. Since last 10 years, more than 1,500 plus candidates have got trained from our side, and right now they are working in another MNCs very successfully. So if you are a candidate who has that potential to work, but you don't know from where to start, we are here to help you. Our numbers are going on in the description box. Our links are given below in the description box. If you want to join our webinars, our master classes, you can join through those links. Kindly don't waste time. And right now, PCS Globally is located in Bengaluru. We have 3 centers in Bengaluru. The first one is in Koramangala, Bengaluru. The second one is in Marathali, Mahadevpura. And the third one is located in BTM layout. Apart from that, we are located in Bhubaneswar also, and we have our center in Kolkata also. So kindly connect with us. Our HR persons numbers are going on, so you can call them to get the best knowledge from their side. And our webinars or master classes are the first step to get to know about the technologies. What kind of technology you wanted to learn, how you can build yourself, and what kind of necessity you have, that at first you need to evaluate. And after that, PCS Global is here to help you. So this is for now, guys. If you find my videos are helpful, kindly subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon and comment below, and do share it with your family, friends and other people also. So bye for now.